Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Chicala Kitchen. Today we are doing part 2 of our Cuccidati, our Sicilian fig cookies for Christmas. Now, I will preface this by saying I posted part 1 yesterday, which is arguably the most important part because it's the flavorful filling that had to be refrigerated overnight. At least that's the way I do it. Now, if you're on TikTok, please be aware, TikTok decided that video violated their community standards. I don't know how. It's a recipe. This is the second time in a week and a half they've done this to me. I keep appealing and I'm getting no answers on my appeal. If you want to see part 1, which is really important, it's the filling to these cookies, you have to go to my profile page and it's there. Now, I will ask while you're there, please subscribe. It really would be helpful to us and it would let TikTok know that you want to see these videos and that I'm trying. I don't know what the problem is because I can't get a human being and they won't respond to my messages. So here's part 2, is the dough and shaping and baking of our cuccidati or bucciolati, depending on what part of Sicily you're from and what you call them. They are fig cookies, and like I said yesterday, Fig Newton's got nothing on these. Okay, I have 4 1/4 cups of flour mixed with a tablespoon of baking powder and a scant teaspoon, maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna put that in my food processor and spill it all over my counter while I'm at it. Okay, I've got 2/3 of a cup of sugar. I'm keeping a 1/4 cup of flour extra on the side here. If the dough is too sticky, when I'm done, I will add that. Okay, we have, now you can use regular orange rind, zested. I ran out of oranges after doing yesterday's filling, so I'm doing a tablespoon of dried orange peel. Okay. I have Here, what we're going to do. We're going to mix this up first. There we go. Now, this is 2 1/2 cups, not 2 1/2 cups, I'm sorry, 2 1/2 sticks of room temperature butter. And I'm going to put those in there. I cubed it up. Good. And I need about 1 1/3 cups of cold water. So let me grab that. Okay. So now I'm going to pulse this just a few times. And I'm going to add the water as it's running. So I formed the dough into 2 discs and I'm cutting each disc into 4 pieces. So you have 8 total pieces. Now let me show you what I have behind me. I have the filling that we made yesterday. I divided the filling in 8 pieces and I'm rolling each piece into kind of a log. It's sticky, but it's definitely doable. Okay, on a floured board, you're going to roll out each one of these pieces. Add flour as you need to. This is a soft dough, and it should be. Let's get this out of the way. And we want it somewhat thin. Not transparent, but thin enough. Let me get some more flour under here. There we go. Okay. And it's probably about maybe 12 by 4. I'm just estimating here. Is the size of this log, of this piece of dough. I'm going to take my log of filling right in the middle of the log, and we're going to pull this up and over and roll it, and there we go, just like that. All right, so here are our 8 rolls. I have an egg wash here, 1 egg with just a drop, maybe a teaspoon of water. And I'm going to brush these rolls, put them in a 350 oven. Now, everybody's oven is different. Somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes. They should be a very light golden brown, and the cookie part, the dough, should be just set. Okay. There are many ways to make cuccidati. Some people make very fancy shapes and cutouts. My grandparents came from Rizzini in Sicily, which was a poor farming town. And we tend to do things very traditional and very much more simple. So when it comes to these fig cookies for Christmas, we do the very traditional little roll shape. When they are cool, we will slice them in. Well, first we're going to glaze them. We're going to glaze them with a confectioner's sugar glaze and put the little colored confetti balls on top that are so traditional. And then we are going to slice these rolls into individual cookies, and you will be the rock star of your Christmas. So I'll see you when these are out and we're ready to glaze and cut. See you in a few. All right, so here are our 8 rolls. I have an egg wash here, 1 egg with just a drop, maybe a teaspoon of water. And I'm going to brush these rolls, put them in a 350 oven. Now, everybody's oven is different. Somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes. They should be a very light golden brown, and the cookie part, the dough, should be just set. Okay. There are many ways to make cuccidati. Some people make very fancy shapes and cutouts. My grandparents came from Rizzini in Sicily, which was a poor farming town. And we tend to do things very traditional and very much more simple. So when it comes to these fig cookies for Christmas, we do the very traditional little roll shape. All right, so our logs all cooled off. We sliced them once they were completely cool. And now I'm just mixing up a simple glaze with confectioner's sugar, a little bit of salt, hot water, and a little vanilla. All right, you can use a Ziploc bag. I've got a pastry bag here. The end is not cut. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Let me show you. So I'm going to snip the end here, and I'm just going to give these a glaze. And then before the glaze dries, we're going to put the traditional colored confetti on them. There we go. These are so good. They smelled amazing coming out of the oven. Get a little more on there. You are going to love them. As I said in yesterday's video, in part 1, these and my rainbow cookies were our number 1 and 2 requested cookies when I was catering and doing personal chefing. Here we go, little colored confetti on top. Yeah. So simple. When they dry, I'm going to put them in a airtight sealed container until these all go out to where they're going for Christmas. If you come from an Italian family, you will know what fig cookies are, and these are the best you will ever taste. Buon cibo, buon amici, good food, good friends. Come back and see us. I'm going to be doing another video this afternoon on anisette cookies. Aunt Kathy's famous anisette cookies that we've been doing for 40 years. See you then.